is Maria of Stock World with social media shows. Before I go ahead with everything, I just wanna say happy Mother's Day to all mothers out there. And I received a rose. I actually received a rose from one of my coworker yesterday. I received a white rose, and I gave it away to this mom who's from Washington. And shout out to Mrs. Wilcox from Washington. And like what I said, mom out there, this is our week. It's Mother's Day. I know that a lot of people says women always have all the time. By the way, I want to shout out to my friend who just logged in, Deborah Barnes. Thank you for joining us. And Maria Almanzar. Hi, Maria. I hope to see you tonight, darling. But anyways, happy Mother's Day, by the way. Like what I was saying, all the mothers out there, it doesn't matter what they tell you, especially a lot of people said, oh, women always have their own time. It doesn't matter, we deserve it. Women deserve it. So happy Mother's Day to all of you guys. But anyways, a lot of you who's following our show, my show, Let's Talk World, you probably noticed that I came earlier today. Normally, I broadcast or I live stream and every Wednesday 7 to 8 p.m. But today it's because of some logistics. Some people who supposedly on my show need to be in the morning. I tried the morning ones, and plus, you know what? It's really nice to watch a show actually in the morning. Do you guys agree? Say yes if you guys agree. But anyways, guys, today, before I bring in my two special guests today, you probably know and see the woman that I'm gonna be having in my show this morning. Um, I just want to actually talk a little bit about focus. You know, a lot of time when we are doing something or we are trying to do something, we try to put our focus on one thing, but because we are human and there's a lot of million things that's going on in the world or around us, like finances, kids, work, friends, boyfriends, partners, what else? Something happen around the world, around you. Sometimes our focus gets shifted to other direction. Um, these other million things sometimes actually put us out of focus. And when you are doing something or when you are trying to reach a goal, you have to have the right focus. And with my situation, um, I try to stay focused on what I do. And when there are distraction that's coming my way, I always shift myself back to focus on what I'm doing. And the main thing that helped me so far is pray, faith, look on your passion. When you get up every single day, ask our Creator, what does He really want you to do today? Does He want you to stay away from what you started, or does He want you to stay focused and go to the goal or go to the end of the tunnel? They call it the light out in the end of the tunnel. I am talking to you guys about this because I just want to actually give you a little bit history of social media shows. As a lot of you know, I want to say hi, shout out to Sheng Fernandez, who just joined in. That's my friend from Hawaii. Thank you for joining, darling. But anyways, as a lot of you knows, I used to run 10 different location of a business in the corporate world here in Vegas. I don't know if I made sense on that, but anyways, I used to run over 50 people in the company that I was actually working. I was employed. And then eventually, you know, there's a lot of people, newcomers going in and out in a company, and when somebody actually came in, I got shifted down and been taken out from the company. And I told myself, I think it is blessing in disguise. I didn't take it as a negative, I took it as a positive. Since then, I started social media shows in 2017. And oh, well, I didn't start in 2017. I created the idea in 2017, and now it's 2019. I started accepting people into my company in 2018, and now so far I like the outcome. We are not there yet. We're far from the light at the end of the tunnel yet, but what I'm trying to say is I stayed focused on my vision. I am a visionary and a missionary, and I'm trying to stay on that road that God has gave me. And every single day I call or I pray every single day when I get up. I said, is this the right way? Is this what you want me to do? Is there a light at the end of the tunnel on this one? um, it's not an easy journey since last year 2000 last year June last year. It's not an easy journey for me here at social media. um, there's a lot of people coming in and out. I've been cast, I've been actually told that you're not gonna go anywhere you want to be. I've been told, there are a lot of people trying to, distract you of where you're going. But with my focus, with my and perseverance, I look on my passion every single day. Well, I'm trying to tell you guys this because I want you to look on what you are passionate about, your skills, your passion, or what you really want to do. How do you really inspires others? Those are the main thing. How you can help others. Don't put anything that's material ahead of you, because you know what's gonna happen. You won't be rewarded of your passion. You won't rewarded of your hard work, perseverance, passion, focus. Put them together, and motivation, self motivation. I don't have that self motivation every single day, but you know what, when I put everything, my passion, my focus, my love of the people that I serve for, I want to inspire others. When I put them all together, you know what, there's only one goal, is to get to that end of the tunnel. Although the end of the tunnel, we know what it is. It's actually end of the world for us. We're gonna be with the Lord. But anyways, I want to shout out to my friend Dolores and Bettina, who just joined us. Thank you guys for joining us. But anyways, guys, I hope you kind of find something positive and something that you can take on the words or the motivation that I just told you guys. I am not a public speaker, and this is my second language. English is my second language, and I grew up in from the Philippines. I still have broken English, and if you guys don't understand what I'm trying to say, please comment in the box. But anyways, I'm not gonna keep on talking here because I have two guests that's waiting for us. I'm gonna be introducing you guys for our brand new show of social media shows, the Gregarious Joy Cast. So I'll be right back after these messages.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York. So his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing. as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only World Ventures provides.
Social media shows
is about
branding, opportunity,
and outreach.
We are an entertainment company that empowers others
by promoting and supporting our community
and everyone who reaches our content.
Here on social media shows,
here we're a family.
We are family. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing. We are family.
We are family.
We are family. We are family.
We are family.
We are family, and we want you to be part of our social media shows family. Welcome back to not musician Lasani. Let's talk world. Let's talk world. And by the way, guys, I have here our brand new show every Wednesday. Gregarious Joyce Cast, Mr. Greg Franklin of Greg Franklin Speaks.
Yay!
And Bettina, as you already know, Bettina.
Hi, we met last week. It's our second show, and finally my co-host is with us this time. It's awesome, and we're going to learn all about Greg.
Well, thank you guys for joining me this early morning.
Thank you for inviting us.
My pleasure. I know I've known you for a month now, probably a month. Yeah. Wow. Time flies so fast.
It does go by fast.
Yeah.
Yes.
But anyways, we already know Bettina. I hope you guys continue to support her. She's gonna have a show from Be Bettina, and now it's gonna be Gregarious Joy.
Right.
So I'm gonna actually turn the table, and I'm gonna ask them different questions, and it's gonna be really hard questions.
We're on the hot seat.
We're on the hot seat.
Yeah, is it hot over there?
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna start with you, Greg.
Okay.
Tell us more about yourself.
Well, I'm a Midwesterner, born and raised, and wanted to become a politician, and that was my lifelong dream. And had the opportunity to go to Washington and work for Senator Bob Dole, and had the experience firsthand, and I realized how just naive I was to the political process. How deals are made behind the scenes, how cash is always in every deal. If you sign this deal, we can put some money in this account, or what do you want to do? You want to go to grad school? I'll pay for it. And it really kind of took me by surprise.
Oh.
And the main thing is you get to Washington and your main goal is to get reelected. And soon you forget about the constituents, the people who voted you into office. And, it was just
Did you ever run in the office?
No, I've never run for office.
Uh-huh.
I've decided that I wanted to give my gifts in another way. And this is one of the avenues that I'd like to pursue, is to get my message out, because I'm not owned by anyone. No one pays me. I can say what I want to say when I want to say it.
That's true. It's a freedom of speech, people,
Yes,
right?
basically, yes.
Yeah. So, anyways, I see that we have Miss Bettina right here.
Mm-hmm.
Bettina Joy. from the Gregarious. Enjoy.
Yay!
And so, yeah, I wanna actually touch more about that political
Sure.
thing. Yeah,
Sure.
probably in the second or third segment.
Okay.
First of all, let's talk about your Gregarious Joy show. So, what do you think about what are your main goal? I know that the one you just said is kind of connected to the Gregarious Joy, right?
Yes.
So, what do you expect about about this show?
You want to go first?
Sure. Let's see. How fast am I on my feet this morning? Well, as I said last Wednesday, this show is going to be devoted to fun, Las Vegas life, social issues, possibly political issues that we'd like to talk about.
Why not, right?
Great cheap eats, shopping deals.
Cheap eats, what is that?
The best restaurants for cheap food, cheap good eats in our city.
Well,
I mean,
let's not just say cheap food.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't like cheap food.
It's cheap eats. It's just an
Nutritional food
expression.
at an
Nutritional, I
affordable
like that.
price.
Yeah, like we've
You
got
know
it.
what
We would
funny?
love to talk
Yes.
with all this.
What's funny is nutritional food is more expensive than than
Absolutely,
yeah, so-
absolutely. It's harder
Yes.
to be healthy, to eat healthy. Absolutely.
By the way, I want to shout out to my friend Jessica. Jessica Mann, they are starting this organic food actually. So here in
great.
town, yes,
Fantastic.
yes.
Yeah, we'll also talk about jobs
Yeah.
in the city of Las Vegas and nationwide.
In the future.
Great opportunities.
In the future.
Las Vegas is the capital for trade shows. Just last week we had 3 trade shows in town. One was waste management. I didn't realize just how much or involved waste management is. So we're talking about trash that goes into landfills.
Yeah.
We're talking about not only cans, but bottles, cleaning up the ocean. It's a multi-billion-dollar operation. So it was great to have folks in town for that.
Yes, we need a clean environment. We
Yes.
need safe and clean environment.
Yes.
We need
Absolutely.
to protect our planet Earth. And
You're right.
I'd been actually wondering about that. Where our waste go, especially those
Yeah.
things that it's not.
Yeah,
You know,
inquiry minds want to know.
Yeah.
And actually, Gray had that great opportunity to meet somebody who's in charge of some things. And what state was he from?
He was from Hawaii.
Hawaii. But he
Oh.
had a lot of info that he gave him about what was going on at the convention and the guy's goals and his concerns, because out in the ocean, it's a plastic, problem.
Yes.
And so, anyway, hopefully you picked his brain enough to say some things about him. And we'd love to have guests from these conventions as they come in. If they're here on a Wednesday and we can get them to come in that morning, we want to have them on and talk about the convention that's going
Exactly.
on at the time it's going on, which is
Exactly.
more
Are you
fun.
excited about the show?
I'm
Greg?
very excited about the show. Also, too, last week we had the National Hardware Show in town,
Mhm.
and this is, products that you and I use on a daily basis to clean our home.
Mhm. Yeah, those
yeah.
chemicals.
Chemicals,
Mhm.
That's considered hardware?
brushes.
It's considered hardware?
Hard something. I know that.
Or do you mean like Harbor Freight, like Home Depot hardware? What do you mean?
Home Depot, the things that you can buy at Home Depot and Lowe's.
So products that
So, people who come
tools
out
Oh, the
with,
tools.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, people that come out with good ideas about,
right, the newest
maybe a
thing.
new mop.
Yeah.
Right, the
or,
newest and latest
Yeah,
and
the
greatest.
latest and greatest. So we had 35,000 people in for that show, and
Mhm.
it's just
And
amazing.
what's
Yeah.
the third convention?
The third convention was an investment group.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that was an investment
With the
group.
hedge
Oh
funds
yes.
and things like that. or-
Yes, I remember. I met this. I met what they call a trader.
Okay.
Yeah. From yeah.
Well, Greg's got a degree in finance, so I'm sure he would love to talk with people about that one when you're with people who are in the investment.
Okay. So, anyways, Greg. So we're gonna start a new show.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm very very excited because I am a business major.
Yes.
I'm a business major, and I always, although I love Kevon, Timothy, Dania, they sing, they perform in town. I love music, but I also love to practice what I went to school for. I paid so much money to go to school, and
Right.
I cannot practice. I cannot talk to people that way.
Right.
Yeah. Is totally different when you meet people like you who have that. Do you have a book, right?
My story was
Yeah.
included in Chicken Soup for
Chicken
the African
soup.
Right, I
American
read that
soul.
story last
We're gonna
week.
actually talk about that more on the
Okay.
on the fourth segment because I wanna learn about that. I was actually listening to Bettina when she's talking about that. But
Right.
Gregarious Joy, guys, it's already premiered last week, but we're gonna re-premiere it because we're gonna have Greg Franklin. So go ahead and invite our viewers to watch Gregarious Joy.
Well, you got to check us out, Gregarious Joy.
Wednesday, 10
On
a.m.
Wednesdays, we'll talk about a host of things as we've just shared, and I'll get an opportunity to do what I've always wanted to do. One of the things is to do a Ryan Seacrest.
I love that. I love it. I love it. Yeah, go ahead and invite them, Bettina.
Yeah, I want to.
And also your other show.
Yeah, my other show is the Be Bettina, which is about fashion and art, and I've had it for several months now. And they're archived. You can always go back and watch my shows where I interviewed lots of hot designers and store owners in our city, and even the biggest designer who came from Las Vegas to the world, who is David Topaz. I have a fantastic interview I did with him that he granted me, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of all the shows I've done, and
Go ahead and invite them.
I
and then,
can't
yeah,
wait
we're gonna go
to
on
have you watch my archive shows where you watch David Topaz interview and other store owners, Nevi Melandra, and all the other young up and coming designers that I do product development for.
Amazing. Thank you, guys. By the way, I would like to thank Paparazzi for my jewelry. Watch us live every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m.
Yeah, that's
And
hot jewelry right there.
Thank
You look
you.
good.
pretty.
It looks
Thank
good
you.
on
Yeah, I
you.
love
It
it.
has a lot of impact.
Yeah, so if you guys still want this jewelry, please go to our page, Paparazzi Live, $5 hashtag Let's Talk Jewelry, and it goes every Monday. So we will be right back, and we're gonna be talking about a little bit touching about politics probably. We will be right back and see you guys in a few moments.
We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now.
Man, and that's
Hey, welcome back to Let's Talk World with Maria. And like what I was saying, normally I go 7 to 8 p.m. every Wednesday, but today I made it in the morning because I have special guest, Mr. Greg Franklin of Greg Franklin Speaks and Be Bettina Show.
for Be Bettina Fashion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. But anyways, I just want to acknowledge my friend Stanley Harris. Thank you so much, my darling. And you know that your time to be here is coming up soon. So be prepared to. But anyways, guys, earlier we were talking about Gregarious Joy Show. But on this segment, I wanna talk more about their topics, what their focuses, like what I was talking about on the first segment. Focus, your focus. You won't ever get there if you get distracted. I posted something on Facebook saying that you have to cut down those people who distracts you. But
Yes.
anyway, because
That's
you know
true.
what, they are the hindrance to your success.
That is true.
Yeah, you probably don't cut it, but put them aside because
Yes.
you probably need them in the future.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, we don't want to cut the ties, but
Yeah.
sometimes we have to
Yeah,
put
especially-
boundaries out there.
Yeah, exactly. It's called healthy boundaries, period.
Yes.
And some people, you love them, but you want them once in a while and at this distance. And, you know, you have to.
But Yeah, anyway, so let's so you have social issues. You're gonna be talking about social issues. I love that.
Yes.
By the way,
Mhm.
political issues a little bit. By the way, whatever we're gonna be talking on social media shows is, we are not side by side. We are gonna be unbiased for everything. We're gonna be talking about, right? Am I
Yeah.
correct? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Right.
And then we're gonna be talking about healthy foods.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
And they're gonna be talking about relationship.
We're gonna talk about relationships. Woo!
And what else am I missing?
Relationship.
Greg?
Job opportunities.
Job opportunity. Oh my God, I love that.
Cheap eats and shopping deals. We're gonna have the pulse of the city for the shopping deals, because all the Nordstrom and Macy's and all the personal shoppers and I are getting this close. So I'm gonna be they're gonna be on the hotline, and I'm gonna have things just mentioned that are the latest and greatest things coming.
So I'm gonna actually start asking you about my favorite part of all these five that you guys gonna be talking about is relationship.
Okay.
So let's start with relationship. I am like what I said. I went to date. Okay, I'm gonna actually spur this out. I went to a date 3 times this week.
You had 3 dates?
3 dates.
Wow, look at this hot mama.
Congratulations. Some people can't get one, and
That's
you
why
have 3.
she's got this cute dress.
I'm just
on
lucky
and,
this week. Sometimes
Okay.
I don't have any, so I'm just lucky this week, right? But anyways, so see, I went to a date because I seen an opportunity on the other way, not in the relationship part.
Okay.
For business.
Yes.
Okay.
Business opportunity.
Okay.
And I didn't tell them that.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I told them after a day or 2.
Mm-hmm.
And they're
That's
like,
okay.
yeah, they're like impressive.
Wait,
I'm like,
yeah. Well, what is dating? It's an opportunity to make a new friend. That's
yeah,
all it
friends,
is,
because
really.
you know what, you can always put them on different categories.
Exactly.
Friend zone, business zone.
Mhm.
Just kidding.
You don't know where they're gonna end up.
Yeah, true.
So anyway, so what's your take about this dating here in Las Vegas? How long you been here in Vegas?
I've been here now for 8 months.
8 months.
I moved here from California.
So how about, what is your take about dating in general?
Well, I'm coming out of a 25-year marriage,
Mm-hmm.
and about 3 years out.
Mm-hmm.
And as I've been on my spiritual journey,
Mm-hmm.
I've been open to spirit, and honestly, I just said, I can't do it by myself. I mean, I can go to a club, I can meet someone,
Mm-hmm.
but I ask
That's
my higher
that's the
power.
wrong place to meet
Right,
someone.
right.
Absolute worst place to meet
Right.
anybody.
So
Oh.
just ask the higher power. I can't do it on my own by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And if you lead and guide me, and I'll just be patient and wait, and the right person will show up.
It's the same thing as what I'm talking
And
earlier.
Exactly.
Be led by spirit.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that's
trusting
how I met
spirit.
this lady.
Yeah.
So just being open to spirit.
It was an amazing. We met organically at a cafe. Hello, how are you? Looking for a roommate? You heard me talking on the phone to somebody. Look, I was, whoa.
Not
That
that.
was interesting. Claws out.
Yeah,
Yikes.
he dug his claws in, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a she. It's a she.
But anyway, so
anyway,
yeah.
we became friends, and it's
Yeah,
really
I'm glad
amazing
that you
because
guys-
we were both looking.
I'm glad that you guys met each other. So how is, so you find her and you find him. Okay, I don't know it's who and who, but anyways, so is it a first love at first sight?
I wouldn't say it was love at first sight.
Mhm.
When I went by to take a look at her apartment,
Mhm.
I noticed that we
We were going to be
have been
roommates.
reading the same type of books.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out she was affiliated with the same
Denomination.
that I went to. I don't like to use the word church.
Denomination.
So,
spiritual
we had
growth.
some things in common that made it really, really easy for us.
We should tell
And
them
then
what
she
we
started
like.
she started talking about the social media show, and it began to click. So there is a reason that we met. Okay, things just don't happen by chance when we're open to spirit. When we let our egos go and let our ego get out of the way and let spirit guide us, we'll find great opportunities.
I like that.
That's it.
That's really cool. You have a good point on that, Greg, because I had actually written this down, and I always say this, that everything happens for a reason. You meet
Yes.
people because God
Lead you.
lead you to that person.
My mother
If you're
taught me
open
that
to
as a
that.
kid.
If you're open to that.
My mother always told me that as a kid. The right people are going to come to you at the right time. Just trust. And she was right.
Yeah, the
That's it.
only thing is my biggest problem is I have trust issues.
But see,
I always double, doubt
Double
how
set.
I feel.
Double guess yourself.
They will guess when I meet somebody. What is really the intention? What is the reason why I'm meeting you? Why is the reason that we're talking about this?
right.
I always
But maybe
when
you're-
it comes to opposite sex.
Maybe you're
I'm
a-
not talking about
yeah.
your business,
But maybe
Right.
you're appropriately skeptical. I mean, there's such a thing as having a certain amount of appropriate skepticism and prudence in the way you act, and getting to know people is a process.
It is a
It's
process,
like
yeah,
shoot,
it's a
you can't
process.
meet somebody.
And you know what?
within 2
Even though
minutes.
you meet them, you know them, you think you know them, you'll never know.
Yeah.
Well, I like the statement, wherever you go, you take you with you.
I like that.
So if you have issues
Uh-huh.
about trust, about meeting someone for the first time, and being a little standoffish with it, I invite
that's
people to just to be open. Someone smiles at you in the grocery store, smile back.
Oh yeah, I
mean,
smile to everybody.
It's
I said
an
hi
opportunity
to
to make a new
everybody.
friend.
Hey,
Yeah.
I wanna take you to dinner. I said, let's go.
Yeah.
See, I'm open
That's good.
to
You're
that.
spontaneous,
But
and
you
that's
see,
good.
a
Yeah.
lot of people are not spontaneous.
Yeah.
And they don't trust their inner judgment.
We know some people who are not spontaneous,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
The
They've
extremes.
had a bad relationship,
Whoa.
and they're stuck in the past in their own mind.
Mm-hmm.
So be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Change your mind, change your life. Change your thoughts.
That's
change your life.
one of his talks. He's got a CD that has that
I
one, right?
love it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that. I haven't even seen the full CD on that.
Yeah.
But he's a public speaker for many years, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it
So
will
how-
be fun.
So how about the social issues?
The social issues.
Yes.
I listen to a lot of people saying that we're in a presidential or a constitutional crisis. I actually think we're where we're supposed to be. The Band-Aid has been taken off. The wound has been exposed.
Mm-hmm.
We know that there's racism in the world.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a human thing.
Okay?
It is.
So-
It's a human knee jerk.
It
It's
is.
not
It's a human
even
nature,
unnatural. It's just very natural.
Yeah.
In the civilization of the world, every nationality's had their turn, which is sad, but gotten kicked to the curb or persecuted, eliminated. I mean, whole civilizations have been eliminated. That's up and down of society in the world. But hopefully we've evolved at this point to love our neighbor and try to love our neighbor as ourselves and not be a haters.
You know what funny is? I see that hypocritism. How you say that? Yeah.
Yeah.
We I'm not saying that there are hypocrites out there. We are all hypocrites.
Yes,
In
to
our
some
own
point.
way.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
We have to fight our
Sure.
own demons.
Yes. Exactly. I like that.
True.
Yeah.
It's always
I
gonna
was
be
yeah.
there.
I was thinking because I can say some things to other people, but I'm still doing it. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But if you catch yourself fast enough, that's the
Yeah.
idea. That's the goal, is to try to catch your own self. Turn your head around fast enough to catch your own self doing it. When you're doing it, that's the goal. I mean, because then you can kind of, well, you know what? Wait a second.
exactly.
The Archie
yeah.
Bunker or the angel?
Yes.
Which one am I going to be here today?
Yes, I always
Yeah.
say do you first, okay? Don't compare yourself to others, because whatever they're doing is you probably doing it the same way that you're unconscious, right?
Yes.
About it. So
Yes.
that's what it is.
Okay.
I like that. I like social issues. I think I'm gonna be a guest. And then the other one is
Yeah,
political.
she's going to be a guest on our show too.
Oh my God.
Definitely.
And then political issues. Political issues, as we all know, I am not. I don't want to get involved with any politics, because you know what, I'm not good at that.
Yes.
So I stay away from it. But of course, I still watch what's happening in our country, because we need to be aware of what's happening.
Yes.
We cannot just ignore that. You know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying?
I agree.
You
One of
can't
the
ignore it.
political issues that comes to mind for me is the legalization of marijuana.
Yeah.
As you know,
Good subject.
in Nevada, it is legal,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe 10 states across the country.
Yeah.
And even
but
though New
a lot
York,
of people do
New
not
York
know.
is the first state now that said no more drug testing for people getting a job.
Right.
That's what New York just
Oh,
passed. So
no.
they're the first in the nation.
Right.
So
Oh,
there
no,
will be
this
no
is-
more pulling your hair on your first day of your job and seeing if you're a marijuana user
Right.
because New York passed it because it's legal
Right.
and it's
Right.
considered more medicinal and
Wow,
helpful these
look
days.
at how
The
our
whole
world changing.
concept
Our
has
world is
changed, and I
changing.
don't smoke pot. I'm not into
Well-
it, but yet I totally think it's the thing. This time has come.
Yeah.
One for the
You know,
potheads. It's
we-
not.
You know, a
it's
couple
not
of the
bad.
candidates out there right now are talking about reforming the justice system. For an
Yeah.
example,
Yes.
if a young male,
Hmm.
and right now specifically African American male, get
Mhm.
caught with a bag of weed,
Mm-hmm.
it's
What is going?
In certain states,
yeah, you'll get you'll go to jail,
6
five
years,
to six, 5 to 7,
5 to 6 years.
and it's a felony.
Mm-hmm.
And with a felony, you can't vote, and you can't basically get a job. Okay, so you have
Most likely.
you have to check
Right.
that box on an application that have you ever been convicted of a felony, and you put yes, and if you say no, they'll go back and check,
And then they find out.
Yeah.
and then your application goes into the garbage can. So you've got a guy that's in jail,
Mm-hmm.
and then he gets out of jail. What are the chances that he'll find a job?
They find it right away.
Yeah.
So within a year, he's back in the criminal justice system
exactly.
again, back in jail.
That is not
It's sad.
cool.
So it's a
not,
control
it's very
factor.
unhappy for that
Okay.
situation.
Well, you know what is our legal system? They keep on revisiting over and over and over again and changing different things. The thing is, there's no such things as our legal system is. They are always correct.
Yes.
Well, or it evolves and changes and improves.
No, they changes. If you look
It
on the
changes.
book,
It
they
improves.
remove things, they put something else because
Yeah.
you know what? These people who create that is human people. It's not.
Yes.
It's not a god.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't know. Oh God! I have a lot of. I have a book like this big that I have all from our legal system started.
Okay.
So I read that book because it's so interesting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's what it says out there that when they started that start creating that legal system and they keep on changing
Right.
because you know
Yes.
what, we're human beings.
Yeah,
We're
well,
not-
Las
we
Vegas
always
was
change.
founded by Mormon people, and it was a very conservative base. This is like a small cowboy town, really. When you get right down to it, there is a small society and a real small town feel here. And when the lawmakers were first starting to accept medical marijuana, then they were saying, okay, maybe the legal one or the recreational, but then they were half the lawmakers, in my opinion, it seemed like they were trying to block it for quite a while at the beginning. They were saying, okay, you can buy it, but you can't walk in the street with it. So how do you get it to your car? You know what I'm saying? They stand out there like fish in a barrel, and they're arresting
Yeah.
people as they walk out the door. So
Oh
that was a
my
little
God.
wacky at first, but they
It
got over that.
is.
Now it's
Yeah, it
full.
is.
Yeah.
Now it's
Our
different. We
legal
can.
system is
we're-
just
Yeah.
totally.
Oh, they were trying to stop it from happening at first because half the lawmakers in our city are very conservative.
Well, I hope they stopped it. Honestly,
No,
for
it
me.
has stopped.
you
We're
know-
free now. Everybody
I
can go
know,
in, buy
I know
anything they
that.
want,
Yeah.
go home with it.
I know, but then
you
what I'm
cannot
trying-
drive. You cannot actually be smoking and drive. You will get a DUI, just like a drinking, if it's in your system while you're driving. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Very strict, and
not-
where you can
you
do
know,
it is very strict too.
Yeah.
I think.
So-
Not only marijuana, but we have an opioid crisis in our country where
What is that?
130 people die
Opioid.
every day.
Painkillers,
Painkillers.
Vicodin, or
Okay. So, the drug companies out there or the pharmaceutical companies out there, I believe should be held accountable.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
And-
totally
and-
agree
and-
with
They
that.
need their
and-
hands slapped.
And speaking
Definitely.
of pharmaceuticals, the highest prices for pharmaceutical drugs is in the United States.
Yeah, in the
I
world.
mean, I could go to
That's-
Tijuana and buy drugs for $5. Here, $5, $6, $7, $800 for a prescription. I mean, who can afford this kind of stuff?
Yeah,
And we have politicians who get
basically you
paid.
could die if you don't get
Of
certain
course,
drugs.
get
Like
paid.
Well,
I
you
have
know,
a big
like I
rant.
said,
I have
your
a big.
job is to get reelected,
Yeah.
so you need money to get reelected.
Mhm.
So here you go. Here's $2 million
Dollars,
if you
and then
speak
quick,
in,
yes.
on behalf of pharma.
Yeah.
Don't legalize marijuana, okay? Let us do our thing with the drug prices,
Mhm.
pharmaceutical prices.
Mhm.
Oh, now here's some money. So
Yeah.
what do? You stay quiet.
Yep.
Exactly. You turn a blind eye, you just yawn and act like
Because-
nothing was said. But actually, I have a big beef, and I have a lot of rant about diabetes insulin because my
Well, we're gonna talk that on
yeah,
your real
we'll
show.
talk about it on our
Yes,
show.
on
My
your
son
show.
is diabetic since 5 years old, my Max, and since he's in college right now to be maybe an endocrinologist himself. So, but the price of insulin's gone up 300% since the beginning when my kid was diagnosed to today. And all the pharmaceutical companies raised their rates all at the exact same time. So in other words, it used to cost $100 a month to put, this is the copay, to put your kid, as if you have insurance, to have your kid get diabetes drugs, you still have to pay $100 out of pocket. Now, apparently it's like $1,000 out of pocket for insulin, for a drug that they have to live. It's a chronic condition, so that's sick. That's totally wrong and sick.
Well, I don't want to cut you short because we have another segment and we're going to talk about your book and your passion and everything.
Okay.
So anyways, guys, this is what you're going to get on the Gregarious show. So make sure that you guys going to tune in every Wednesday, 10 a.m. This is going to be your, like your, not relaxing, but you're getting ready time. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, put on your makeup, have your coffee, and then you'll see Gregarious joy.
Yeah. So in a moment we're gonna be back, and let's pay the bills first. Bye.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only World Ventures provides.
Social media shows
is about
branding, opportunity,
and outreach
we are an entertainment company that empowers others
by promoting and supporting our community.
And and everyone who reaches our content.
Here on social media shows,
Here we're a family.
We are family. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing. We are family.
We are family.
We are family. We are family.
We are family.
we are family and we want you to be part of our social media shows family. That's what we got. Alrighty, I'm gonna go and hey, welcome to Let's Talk Word with me and my guest Greg Franklin and B Bettina.
Hi, Gregarious Joy.
And we actually touched a lot of topic today that they will be talking about on Gregarious Joy. They're gonna be talking about social issues, politic issues. There you go. I said it.
Las Vegas Life.
Las Vegas Life, health, healthy foods, and relationship, job opportunities,
and shopping
everything.
deals.
Yeah, so they're gonna be actually. This is gonna be a really fun, informative morning talk show between Greg and Bettina. And since we actually kind of gave you guys a little bit of what they're gonna be talking about, I wanna focus on this person right here. They have passion. That's why they are here in social media shows. And I want to talk about their passion. Let's start with B Bettina or Bettina. I keep on calling you B Bettina. Bettina.
I like B Bettina. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then my middle name's Joy, so it's Joy on this show, baby. But the thing is I love doing social media shows. My B Bettina show. I love interviewing people. I love meeting new people, and I think that that's the crux of it. I make friends everywhere I go. I'm just one of those. My family says for some reason they make it a joke. They say you have no embarrassment gene. And I was like, I do too. I have an embarrassment gene. I can get embarrassed, but I'm just friendlier than them. Okay, so basically, I see people as opportunity to make a new friend. That's usually when I talk with people on my work. At my work, they're always in a mostly good mood, excited. They're in Las Vegas, and it's exciting, and they love to hear what's going on, and we chat about what they're doing, what I'm doing. But once in a while, someone's in a bad mood, and so you let that go. You just let them be. Or you can maybe try to turn it around for them too.
That's what we love about you. That's a lot of most of the people here on social media shows actually love that about you being so friendly and bubbly and everything. This woman is. I've known her for over 2 years now.
I know. 2 years ago, we did the live show.
We started with a women group back in 2016, right?
Yeah.
And
Chanel and Kiki. Yeah. Oh God.
And
Courtney.
She is really, really easy to approach. She's right there with welcoming hand, but there's only one bad part, but I'm not gonna say that.
We know. Everybody knows.
Yeah. But everybody has,
we all have our point and something we can work on.
Yes, it's work on and to accept them who they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Anyways, how about you? So what are you passionate about? I know that you have your book. What's the name of the book again?
Chicken Soup for the African American Soul.
Beautiful. He got the opportunity to write a story for the chicken soup for the African American soul. So I read the story on the last show.
So what inspires you to actually do this?
Well, my mission in life is to help people get to where they want to be. I come from a very humble background, and I've had an opportunity to live a terrific life. Lived in a gated community in Laguna Hills, California. I've always had, nice cars, made more money than I ever dreamed about. And one of the key, I'd say, contributing factors was my mother, who always believed in me. And I remember a funny story. We were at the shopping mall, and we saw some friends that we knew. And she said, "Oh, Mary, there's little Johnny. How you doing, Johnny? What are you going to be when you grow up?" "I want to be an attorney." And the other mother said, so what about you, Greg? What do you want to be? I said, President of the United States.
That's pretty good.
I love that.
little kid
Dream
to say.
big. Dream big or go home.
And the lady said,
That's good.
oh, Miss Franklin, you haven't told your son he was black yet?
Woo, snap. That's sad.
And my mother said, I think Greg would make a great president. And she put her arms around me. And that stuck with me. So,
Oh
you know, positive reinforcement with your
Yes.
kids is very important.
Yes.
So again, my goal is to help people get to where they want to be.
Yes, I love that. I love that. I was talking about this last week on Let's Talk World in this show.
Yes.
I said, you can be who you ever want to be.
Yes.
No matter what.
Yes.
Don't let anybody stop you.
Yeah.
No, don't let anybody stop you, because you know what? We have a free resources in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Mentality, materially,
Yes.
we have everything.
We do have everything.
Yeah, use it in your own power and in your own advantage. Bring it to where you want to go.
Yes. Agreed. Well, my story in Chicken Soup, and you so eloquently read it last week, which I asked her not to read.
You texted it right before the show, and I didn't read the text till after the show. Sorry, Greg.
So long story short, you know, I said I came from humble beginnings. My mom was a maid, and she cleaned and took care of a family. And
How many siblings?
I have 7 brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
The family she took care of had 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And she cooked, she cleaned, she took them to school, picked them up, the whole 9. So
I can relate.
she had a big bag of you know, clothes that she was going to give to the Salvation Army.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother said, do you mind if I take these? And she said, no, go ahead, Barbara, you can have it. And one of these, there was a particular shirt in the bag that I loved. And I loved that shirt. So we were doing the dissection of the frog thing, you know, and I put this shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said, oh, man, that's a nice shirt. And I was smiling. And,
What's in the shirt?
huh?
It's gonna go in the story. Okay, go ahead.
Well,
Yeah.
it was from
Yeah,
last week,
yeah,
the story I read
yeah.
from the chicken soup.
So somebody in the back of the room.
Oh.
He's capsuling it.
So you know, when I was getting ready to make the incision, somebody said, oh, cool shirt. And then this girl in the back of the room said, yeah, that shirt belonged to my dad. Greg's mother is our maid. She took that out of a bag that was supposed to go to the Salvation Army.
Right. So it really
And I'm
embarrassed
standing
him.
here in front of a class of about 35 people, and I couldn't even speak. You know, a dude that's been born with the gift of gab, and you just got called out in front of your peers.
Yeah.
So,
that is,
you know, a
yeah.
couple other African Americans were sitting there, you know, whose mothers were maids too, and, you know, they were kind of looking down, but it was a horrible moment for me.
And
Yeah,
you were
it is.
you were
Yeah,
buzzed
it
to
is,
your school. There weren't that many African American people in his
So,
school.
you know, I came home, put that shirt in the back of the closet. My mother came in to wash and put it in the front. Then I put it in the middle, hoping she wouldn't find it. And then I come home and she's sitting on my bed with this shirt, and she says, why don't you wear this anymore? I said, well, it's kind of outdated. It's not in style. She said, Greg, why aren't you wearing the shirt? And I said, Mom, I don't like it. One more time. Why aren't you wearing the shirt? And I told her I got busted in front of my peers.
He was told.
She went to the phone. My mother held me and she cried like a baby for a minute. And she said, I'm sorry I embarrassed you. And I said, Mama, there's nothing you could ever do to embarrass me. So she went to the phone. She called her employer. She said, I quit. And I want an apology. So, you know, at dinner table, she's sitting there all quiet. And then later on that evening, I'm sitting outside their door and she tells my father about this experience. And he's going, we have 7 kids. You know, I'm barely making it. But he said, this is what you want to do. What are you going to do? She said, I want to be a school teacher. You don't have a degree. So she enrolled at Wichita State University, went 1 semester, went into the office of the education department and asked for a job. You don't have an education. She said, okay, I'll be back next semester. Went back next semester, got more education. And then she came back again the second time, and he said, I don't have anything for you. I'm really sorry. And she said, well, I'll be back next semester. He said, you really want this job, don't you? And she said, yes. He said, well, I have an area that nobody wants to go to. Nobody wants to teach special ed kids, Down syndrome, the whole bit. She said, I'll take it. And he said, how do you know? You haven't even checked them out. She said, I got 7 Down syndrome kids of my own at home. So, you know, from that experience, you know, my mother showed me that you can go for your dreams. So,
you can.
So she was a teacher's assistant for the first 5 years. And then the teacher quit. And the principal came in and he said, you know, I watch how you interact with these kids. We've talked to the parents and the other teachers. We're going to offer you the job as full-time teacher here at the school.
That's
Teacher of the year
amazing.
3 times. I mean
And
come on.
Special Olympics
Right.
Teacher of the Year.
So what that did for me is to say, let go of the shore. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Ships
yeah.
are safe in the harbor.
Yes.
You got to get out there and sail. And she said,
Yes,
look,
yeah,
I'm
go
not
and-
doing this anymore.
Go and get
I'm
it.
not cleaning nobody's house. I'm going to do my passion.
You know, that's a really great story. Is your mom still?
So she
No, she
mentored,
passed away.
she
Okay,
mentored success for him by doing that.
Yeah.
And it's
See,
because
this-
of him that actually it all happened too, because of the shirt.
By the way, you can read the story in Chicken Soup.
Yes,
So it's
exactly.
called
There
Hand
you
Me
go.
Down
Hand
Love.
Me
Where they can
Love.
find it.
Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble,
Or
yeah.
go online. You can get it cheaper for about $5 because
Right.
the book is old
That's
now.
amazing.
Yeah.
I wish, I
Chicken
forgot to
soup.
tell you guys to bring it actually, yeah.
I know.
But anyways, this great story, we love great story, but we love the story that actually can motivate and inspires us.
Mhm.
And according to that story, it's not the whole book. I wanna actually read it now. It's a good inspiration. See, I always believe in the right time and in the right place.
Yes.
Yeah, and this actually execute that. The right time and the right place. The right time is to, you know what, I'm gonna go and get my degree and gonna go and move out from, from being a maid. See, your
She
mom
took
found,
action.
Yeah, she took action. She found the right timing.
Right.
Yeah, so
Well, when opportunities like that happen to us, we have 2 choices.
mhm,
We can try to find the good in it,
mhm.
or we look at the door that's closed, and instead of turning around looking at a new door that's about to open,
Find a way.
we stand and look at
Find
the
a way
door
or
that's closed in front of us and say, oh, how dare her? The nerve of that bee. Oh, what do you
Yeah,
think?
yeah.
Oh, I'm going to sue her. No, just turn around,
Turn around, yes.
and look at the new door that's
Yeah,
about to
find,
open.
find
Because
something
you can
else.
rant or you can get on with it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I love that. That's very inspiring, Greg. I love it, and I can see you guys' passion of inspiring and helping other people.
Yes.
And I always said, you cannot help every single person on the road because it's
Right.
kind of hard. We have only 24 hours a day.
Yes.
But if I do it right here, that's what makes me started. If I
Yes.
can do it in front of the camera,
Right.
at first it's really hard because I'm talking to the camera. I don't know what I'm doing. But
You're
now,
doing a great job.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
she's
admire
the
you for
best.
doing this.
Really, she works
a
very
social
hard.
media show, that's awesome.
thank you so much, Greg.
You're
Well,
a
welcome
good
to the
guest.
family.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, darling. Well, thank you so much for staying with us. If you find something that inspires you and motivates you on this show, please share it. Say something in the comment box. And we're gonna have a lot of shows this week. It's gonna be fun. And next week, you're gonna see Let's Talk World with Maria again every Wednesday. I don't know yet if I'm gonna go at 10 o'clock or 7 o'clock. You will find out on our page. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great week, everyone.
Peace and
Bye.
blessings.
Bye.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York. So his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World